It's called a promo,
Shut
kid.
your
And
mouth,
if you want to
John.
be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it. So go ahead.
You ready? No! I said, are you ready?
That was good. Glad you finally decided to pull that giant stick out of your butt and have some fun for once in your life.
You're uneducated marks! You sit there on your phones tweeting out your opinions like they're worth a damn. Let me explain something to you people. You don't know shit!
And I'd like to think that maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon's death.
All right, starting tweet. Let's show this tweet on the screen here. Before tonight starts, I mean this, guys. Before tonight starts, I want to say that this was the first road to WrestleMania that we as a show covered, and being in some of the arenas and following the Cody Rock story in depth, as well as the Swerve Strickland storyline and so many more. It's been the ride of a lifetime, and I can't stress this enough, guys. I truly mean that. You guys who joined in on this ride and became so supportive of this, I can't thank you enough. It's made being a wrestling fan just a little bit better, and I don't know how that was possible. So you guys really do it for me, and this show really does it for me. I love it. This season we're doing something completely fresh, and we're introducing the Wrestling in the Middle Championship. Let's get a look at it now. I love our new intro video.
It's great.
I made it at like 4 a.m. one morning. I was like super having a hard time figuring it out, and then one night, 4 a.m, I said, I know exactly what to do, and put it all together.
That is a beautiful belt. That is a beautiful.
I was born to design championship belts. I really was. All right, let's keep on trucking. Here's the thing. Here's the first rant of the season. Are you ready for this?
Oh, already? Damn.
First rant of the season. And I'm so happy that he won the Royal Rumble. Do not get me wrong. I was skeptical. I'm happy it happened. I popped. We'll get to the Royal Rumble later. If they determined Cody Rhodes to lose a match a year ago so they can market this finish your story thing for 2K24, I'm going to be pissed.
No. That's next level business acumen. I am just saying.
That's what it's looking like. This whole last year has been stupid. And Cody should have just won that fucking match. I'm sorry. I'm happy he won the Royal Rumble. I'm happy he'll be a champion. But what the fuck was last year's championship title picture then? We did the whole Universal title picture of 2023 based off of Cody Rhodes being the concept of the video game.
I think it was more like
You've got to be shitting me.
They just didn't want to give it to him then, but at the same time, if that was the case, then you should have just had someone else in the match.
You should have just let him win the fucking match a year ago.
I mean,
I'm so happy he won.
There's so many different avenues here. I'm not even going to go into it.
Final thoughts. I got my final thoughts wrote down. Ready? Hold on. Let me wet my whistle. Don't get any bright ideas and start reading my script. Mess my mouth a little bit. WrestleMania Night 2, 100% of course, lived up to my challenge of stepping it up and feeling like a WrestleMania, and I stand by the statement that Cody Rhodes handing his mom the WWE title is the greatest moment in wrestling history. I stand by that 100%. Here's the next thing. I take back what I said all these months about the last year and Cody Rhodes losing last year being the wrong move and all for nothing. I've said it pretty explicitly, like Roman Reigns' whole last year of his title reigns has been for nothing, pointless, irrelevant. Cody Rhodes should have won WrestleMania 39. I said all that shit. I take all of it back. The payoff was the best payoff, and I felt it as I'm sure you all felt it just as much. If you didn't, cool. Haters gonna hate. I love the ending to this story.
I will say I'm still on my way to unlocking Owen Hart.
I looked at you with disgust. I did that on day 1.
I have the computer on hard. I refuse to turn it down.
That was the first thing I was doing. Man, Owen Hart is a hell of a wrestler. I feel like Had I not been born in 95 and instead had been watching wrestling in 95, Owen Hart would have been my favorite guy.
I think so too. Still don't have him fight forever.
Dude, get your shit together. I pride us on being that one platform that deters away from the negatives without ignoring them. At no point am I going to ignore it. I've been hard on it for months. This is the dark side of Pornhub meets wrestling type deal, and that's why we don't have to get into details. We can keep it very sensitive, and we can keep it unproblematic, because the nature is going to work itself out in its own sick way.
Once everything has been said and done, a through the table will be.
That's the thing, is like we already had it in the list of through the table ideas, which now I haven't even told you this. Now the list is extended a little bit, and there's some really badass ideas I've thrown in there. I'm hoping really, really soon too to do a Nexus one. I have a whole package on Nexus and the failure of Nexus. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun
that's how
one.
it should be a good one.
That's what I'm saying. I want to kind of do that one to bring back the fun, because that point leads to the point I was gonna make on this Vince thing and how much we're gonna cover. Is like, I'm just glad we still have this little niche position to just enjoy wrestling.
Yeah,
without ignoring the problem, we can still just enjoy it.
That's why I said what I said, because I wanted to be clear that we don't stand for something like this, and we
fuck no.
But at the same time, we're not the ones to break it down in a 1 hour.
Break it down.
We just want to acknowledge it and then
put one up. Acknowledge it. This is not the time to do that. This is the wrong time to acknowledge it.
That was. We'd be serious for a second and just be like, we'll acknowledge it, and then we will continue, because we do have to continue.
The irony that I'm being the goofy one and you're being the stern one. I like it. I like changing the dynamic one time.
This man, watching the Rumble, Collision, ordering pizza, doing live tweets.
Taking notes.
Taking notes like, what are you, Superman?
Maturing is realizing that Bret Hart was right. As stubbornly ignorant as he is in his own right, Bret Hart was correct about Vince McMahon. Make a better Jay White, make a better MJF, please. I'm begging you. The Jay White one looks awful. He looks like the wrong kind of Collision cowboy. You're no Gorilla Monsoon, but you'll do. Alright, well, we've officially started. I'm officially ending it. This is the only episode of Season 2. After this, we're never coming back again.
Let's go. Sorry, guys. This is it. It's over.
The Royal Rumble was good, and that's where wrestling stops.
Damn.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll be back next week.
Yeah.
This is what wrestling in the middle is, and this is why I'm enjoying this. No matter what the outcome is, I don't give a fuck, and I'm going to enjoy it. If it's The Rock versus Roman Reigns, awesome. If it's Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, shout out to every fucking person that did that. WrestleMania Part 2 is imminent. I can feel it.
The whoa movement.
I feel like that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And the main thing I want to know is, like, who's on the roster, mainly the NXT roster and the Legends roster, because we all know who's going to be, like, you're going to have your Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't know Roman Reigns was going to be in the game. That's awesome. Well, I just thought they put the active roster on there.
I love that.
He'll be in the Legends column. He's already in the Legends column.
Well, while we got some time, let me just tell everyone, stop the what chants.
What?
I feel like this is going to lead to them getting the titles of Mania. And I see that people are split.
You think? I could see that too. I never thought of it, and you just pointed it out to me.
That's where I think it's going, yeah. And I've seen a lot of people say the same thing and be split about it. Like, there's a lot of people who are like, Awesome Truth in 2024, really?
I stamp it.
I'm down for it. Like,
I'm on board.
R-Truth is not going to get a singles title, I'm sorry. But he deserves one title, right?
He's won like 87 24/7 7-Eleven titles, so. And
Miz just happens to be along for the ride.
Dude, he's a 2-time Grand Slam champion. Damn, I don't know how I hadn't seen that. That was like an eye opener. That was a glass shattering moment for me.
I can't believe you didn't see it either. That's crazy.
That's a beautiful decision creatively. That might be the one thing they're getting right now. Someone who they tried to bury but can't. Chelsea Green gets her special Samantha Irvin introduction back.
Chelsea! Green!
Oh, you fucking botched that.
I did.
I'm keeping it. Putting
Damn
on good
lot.
matches every fucking week.
Yes.
I think both Private Party and Top Flight are fan favorite teams without titles right now.
Yeah, it seems like it. Which
They need some belts.
eventually.
At least they're not in a company where both tag titles are held by one team only.
Damn. That's sad but true, yes. That's what it is.
That's what it is. You know what it is if you heard Cody. Us roadies, as I'm now coining it.
Roadies, let's go.
We're roadies. That's what I'm coining it now. Apparently, he didn't even politic his way into that position, but Meltzer said it was a written incentive for him coming onto the board and accepting the role at TKO that he have that match against Reigns.
That sounds like a weird incentive. Like a
Right?
oh.
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 What?
We got Roddy attacking from behind. Okay.
What's up?
the timing on the hit. What's up?
Real fucking heel shit. I couldn't let that crowd get that behind him that soon before the match. I said, you're not even supposed to be in this match. R-Truth was not the number one contender, and yet here he is in the match. Dude, you see me pelting his face away like that?
There was no need for that. It was uncalled for.
Random note that I laughed to make this week. I forgot about the existence of Raquel Rodriguez.
Who?
Is this a Mandela effect thing? Did she ever really exist? Was Raquel Rodriguez a WWE wrestler?
I remember Raquel Gonzalez. I don't know about Raquel Rodriguez.
Dude, this is the weirdest Mandela effect of all time. I don't think she was ever there to begin with.
I don't think so either.
Whoa. I don't even remember Raquel Gonzalez.
You don't remember Dakota turning on Raquel?
I remember Raquel Contreras. Raquel Ramirez.
That's a lot of Raquels.
Yeah. But none of which are Raquel Rodriguez, which I forgot about, which didn't even exist. Wow.
Weird how that happens.
This is my favorite episode so far because what the fuck is going on in the world?
One more thing I want to mention before we start. Progress and Defy.
Yes.
Progress and Defy have merged. They are now one.
They're pro-fi. Here's my thing, though. I tweeted this out to you. The Rock's going to have Nia Jax win the title of Elimination Chamber to show us how much he really doesn't give a fuck about us.
It's still possible. That is still a thing that could happen.
He's like, oh, you want to see real heel heat? Watch what I can do here. Nia Jax, Women's World Champion, facing Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. Liv Morgan, I've never had anything against her. In fact, when the Riot Squad came about, I was all in for Liv Morgan. I was like, let's stop this shit. Let's go with Liv Morgan already. And Liv Morgan fans, as of recent years, have just made me really not enjoy her.
You know, that's fair.
It's like the Karrion Kross effect.
I guess so, yeah. I didn't even realize Karrion Kross had such toxic fans until I saw people pointing it out that he had toxic fans.
They're like, it's like he's the face for like fucking the worst type of negative toxic behavior. I feel like the white supremacists get behind him, the racists get behind him, the sexists get behind him. Like anybody who likes to make derogatory remarks in any way against anybody of any sort of anything, Karrion Kross is our guy. I didn't say that.
It's funny because he comes across as someone like who really understands the business and is just like, yeah.
Dude.
Like, he doesn't come across as an asshole. I don't know how they become assholes.
Me neither.
I mean, we've all been saying it, but she needs to go back down to NXT.
She needs to go to GCW.
That's Chelsea Green, not.
Is that what the G stands for? Green Championship Wrestling?
Yes. Let's go. Jey
Uso interrupts Gunther, and I'm with it. I don't know if you are. I want it. I stamp it. I ship it. I eat it. Let's get it.
I'm really sad that you don't have a note about Tatum trying to cash in.
Yeah, because it threw me off. I'm glad if you have a note. I'm glad you do because I still don't fully understand what was happening there.
Tatum took Lola's contract because Lola was involved in trying to...
Yeah.
Keith's trying to mess with Lyra.
Yeah.
And Tatum's like obsessed with Lyra, I guess.
Yeah.
So she got her contract, and she was like trying to cash in on nothing?
Exactly, because that's where the confusion came. Where did you get the contract, and why are you cashing in something that she doesn't even own anymore?
Well, she got the contract, and I guess the intention was to mess with Lola, obviously. But just I thought it was funny. I don't know.
It would be funnier if Lola Vice still had the contract in her own possession. Like, she still had that pending and could use it. The fact that it's just like a piece of paper now is like, wait, you interrupted the match for a piece of paper?
I forgot she used it.
Yeah, that's the confusion here. That's why I couldn't write a note, because I was trying to understand why are you cashing in something that's already been
almost
used?
In my mind, that makes it stupid. Of course, more stupid, but
trying to understand Tatum
funnier.
Paxley is the hardest thing in the world. That's
I
why
think
sometimes I can't do it.
I think that's the point.
You want to hear a funny story?
Let's hear a funny
I've never
story.
really told this story before, and I'm glad I have the opportunity now to. When I was a kid, I knew Triple H's name was Paul Levesque, because again, I was a mark when I was a kid. I still am. I don't know why I said was. Whenever he, in 2008, 2007, around that time, got another really bad knee injury, I was concerned.
Yes.
I was worried. I went to church that Sunday and added him to the prayer list. I just wrote on there Paul Levesque, because that's his real name, and I need God to heal him for real. I kid you not, the next week, like, they come out with, like, the bulletin. My mom sees it, and it says, like, Paul Levesque, friend of Laura Irwin's. And she's like, who is this? And I told her. And she made me, like, go to church the next week and tell the pastor that, like, it was a wrestler and blah, blah, blah. And they didn't think he was really hurt. And I was like, but he's really hurt. Like,
He's actually really hurt, guys.
Man.
Come on.
Randy Orton, who needs the win more than anyone else, I guess, beats Sami Zayn in a qualifying match, defying him his chance at the big spot.
Yes.
Did I say defying? I meant denying. I was thinking about the progress defy
I thought you
thing
said
again.
defined.
Yeah.
I thought you said to find.
I'm pretty sure, because I still have progress and defy merging in my head somewhere. Subconsciously, I just said defying, but I definitely meant denying. And you know what? I mean defying, too, because the defiance of WWE to sit here and keep squashing Sami Zayn. Like, you know, he's 0-11 in his last 11 matches? That's stupid. So this is what I said on Twitter. Let me say it now before we drop off the subject. Forget being a Cody crybaby. I'm no longer a Cody crybaby. I'm turning into a Sammy sad boy now. That's the new way.
That's fair.
I'm a Sammy sad boy.
I should make one for Axiom.
I'm an Axiom asshole. Tony Storm is so fucking entertaining, I can't take it anymore. I can't even take it anymore.
Why do we need Randy Orton in the Elimination Chamber again? He was in this one. He was in the 2003 one. He was in the 2012 one. 11, 10, 13.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think Logan Paul is going to be in the chamber?
Yes.
Why do we need Logan Paul in the chamber
We don't.
when he literally has a title he could be defending? Gunther can't travel at all.
Are these questions rhetorical because they're so dumb they don't need answers? Because why the fuck are we doing it?
Because he's Matt Taven.
And he's Orange Cassidy. And this is All Elite Wrestling. It was a long night, and it was so hard for us this night because we had zero idea we were coming to an ROH taping afterwards. And shout out to my girlfriend Alyssa for putting up with me staying for ROH because she did not want to, and I don't blame her. I understood because I myself, in being there live for the ROH tapings, am tired and beat and worn out and don't want to be there in most of it, but because I love wrestling, I'm there. She didn't have a reason. She was just there because I'm there. So,
Damn.
it was a long fucking night.
Damn.
He doesn't suck. That guy's just never watched real wrestling a day in his life. He came here thinking he was going to see The Rock. So to end the episode, I want to talk about this photo that we're going to end on here. I'm going to give a special shout out to my friend Brandon. This is somebody who was who had noticed Alyssa and I at shows before. We've been to several shows together, but we never really talked. We started following each other on social media, and Brandon, who is a bad motherfucker in my book, is
Hell yeah.
someone who lives with cerebral palsy. And
Oh yeah.
one of the things he told me when I first started talking to him is, I have cerebral palsy and I can't really talk that well, but it doesn't stop me from doing anything. I don't give a fuck, was kind of what he said. He's like, but I don't give a fuck. And I love that. It literally doesn't stop him from doing anything. And getting to link up with him at the show, what was really cool was, I didn't know this going in. Of course, he didn't either, but we were seated next to each other in weight. Like, he was down here in handicap seating, and I was right here at the front of, the sectional seating. And we actually were just, like, right next to each other during the whole
That's
show.
crazy.
So I had to make sure I took a picture with him afterwards. He
Hell
was
yeah,
a
that's what's up.
special
Shout out
guy.
to Brandon, man.
Special guy. We're going to officially,
Unveil.
yeah, we're unveiling the women's
Yeah.
championship. The Wrestling in the Middle Women's World Championship. I didn't botch it this week.
Let's go.
No botches this week. All right, here we go. Play it. Let's unveil it. I felt really proud of this design. Designing the men's title, of course, I was just going by what we would relate to the most, what signifies, or I guess what's the word I'm looking for here, what represents us.
Yes.
So with this design, I was just kind of being creative, and I think it turned out beautiful.
It is a very good design. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Now we're going to see who wins it. This is what's funny. This is hilarious. Raquel Rodriguez does exist, and we spoke her into existence, I guess. Into the main event picture,
I feel
too.
bad now.
No, I don't feel bad. I still will, we'll still comment on the character, but the video she posted was very powerful, and I like to address her as a person separately, and yeah, like, feel for her. Glad she's back in the ring, and again, you saw the pay-per-view flare-ups were still happening.
Ugh.
Do you know what it is she deals with?
Yeah, I have it written down here.
Oh, thank goodness, I've been wondering.
Where is it at? Mast cell activation syndrome. I don't know the details of it, but it sounds like a very serious thing.
And this is where being a wrestling fan has an important note to it as far as separating yourself from the product. Like, I can sit here and I can not love Raquel Rodriguez's push, not love her character, anything like that. None of that has anything to do with her as a person. I wish her nothing but success, of course. And so that's why I say stuff like that, is because, yeah, I can still separate the character from the person. Here's a best example. I have nothing against Dijak. I've never met the guy, but his character is so out of pocket for me that I can't fuck with that, and I'm always going to have a negative opinion towards it. But he's just a guy. Prevolution. Prevolution, not prevolution, prevolution. That's the pre-revolution episode is what it is. Talking some revolution before the pay-per-view. Before I get to Sami Zayn, while we're on Shinsuke, let me go to one of my tweets this week. This was probably one of my best tweets I think I've sent out. It was a response to somebody, but I was like, man, I hit the nail on the head. They were throwing shade at Shinsuke. Does that have the original tweet? Awesome. Twizzy, which is at Big Keenan _. Why is Nakamura still on TV?
I remember this one.
I said, because he has a contract with World Wrestling Entertainment and they pay him money to appear and perform on their signature Monday night program, Raw. And Raw is broadcasted by the USA Network as well as other global licensing partners that distribute the media to television. This is about as spot on as I have ever hit one.
That's cut and clean as much as possible right there.
That is the literal sense as why he is on your TV. And he deserves to be there. He is
does.
a legend. Then Hangman reveals he's a lying, faking, crybaby, milquetoast bitch and attacks... Yeah, I brought the milquetoast back. Hangman reveals he's a lying, faking, crybaby, milquetoast bitch, attacks Swerve, and that's the clusterfuck story of how we open this week's Dynamite. Ric Flair testing every one of his body's last physical boundaries getting in the ring this week. Another separate note out of the opening segment is Roman Reigns stopping The Rock from smelling stuff and asking to acknowledge him, saying he needs that. The Rock does just that. That's a pretty big moment for the Bloodline.
It's very big, actually. I'm very surprised. He went straight like that.
He's like, you will not smell anything until you acknowledge me.
And he did.
Acknowledge Bruno Sammartino first, and then we'll acknowledge Roman Reigns.
A very hairy individual.
He was very Italian.
This sounds like a terrible cologne brand or something.
Revolution card, and it's going to show me like a tarot card.
Bravolution. Free your inner soul.
Unlike the championship scramble, the match doesn't totally suck, but adequate name for the scrambly action of whatever the fuck this was. It was Wardlow winning, and we all knew that that's what it was.
This was, and I say this with 100% confidence, this was everyone's break to go get your merch, to go refill your sodas, to go get your food, because that's exactly what me and my brother did. We're like, all right, we're going to see the entrances, and then we got to do this real quick. They're going to get like 15 minutes max. From what I did see,
Bit of a cluster.
from what I did see, it was very sloppy. And all respect, I mean, it's a lot of guys in the ring. It's going to be hard to keep it tight as it is. Dante Martin messed up 2 times, like continuously in like one sequence.
Broke my heart.
You know, I think the crowd being there live, I think we all wanted Hook to win, but we all knew like it's Wardlow's match. Like, so that was okay. I bought a Sting cardboard cutout during this match for the final. I dropped a good $40 on that. But that's what I did during this match. It was just, that was the bathroom break match. I hate to say it, but it was. You know, it's just one of those things, like, if Swerve, now that Swerve's going face, because that's what it looks like ain't nobody booing Swerve anymore. He broke into a man's house, and we're like, yeah, man, talk to that baby. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that glass flew high, man. That glass flew high.
It was real glass.
We could see.
It was real glass.
We could see. You know, and I don't know, because like I said, you know, we're watching live. When Darby lands and he rolls over, you know, they showed the cuts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But we could see the look on the medic's face. You know what I mean? Like, we never took our eyes off Darby. Like, Sting was wrestling and all. We never took our eyes off Darby. The look on the medic's face was scared, bro. They were holding towels on him, like, pressing down. You know what I mean? Like, they were pressing down on him. They could not stop that bleeding. Old boy ran out there. He was trying to stitch him up. When Darby got up, it was trying to get up. It, like, ripped reopen. It was, like, a whole thing, man. And, you know, props to Darby for finishing that match the way he did. You know, that man's tough as nails. You know, it always reminds me of, like, the SpongeBob episode where they're trying to get into the fitness club, and he's like, I had a bowl of nails for breakfast without any milk. I was like, that's some Darby Allin stuff right there.
That is Darby energy.
But, like, do you think Darby just, like, they'll run through these matches, and they're like, yeah, Darby, we're going to do your chair spot, and Darby just, like, you guys know what would be sick? If we put 2 pounds of glass on there. And they're like, I don't think I want to do that, Darby. No, you guys can move. I'll just jump right through it.
It'll be okay. Everybody can catch us back together during this 3-count trivia because your boy is in the finals and you are our esteemed judge that I have not bribed.
Nah. Look, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all are lovely people. I didn't think y'all was going to make it this far. I thought the mics would be in the finals. I really did. Like, when you guys beat Crew Day, I was like, ooh, that was close. You know, and then the mics, they took out, you know, Coffee and Wrestling. So I was like, you know, the mics might go pretty far. And when you guys beat the mics, I was like, okay. I was like, now it all just depends on who you guys are going to face. You know what I mean? But you guys are playing championship culture
pretty well. It was a really great match. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's the best Asylum match I've ever seen, but I actually would put it up there.
There's only 2. As far as I know, at least.
I remember the episode. It was like, nah.
Unless it was like plans change or something, but you never know.
I said, nah, this is Carlito, fool. Anytime you think it's somebody cool, it's someone cooler.
Hell
Carlito.
Yeah. That's a good one. Swerved me so good, okay? I literally thought Trick was coming out. I had called it down the middle. I was like, Trick's going to come out and cost Mello. No Trick. Mm-mm. And then I'm like, well, I guess Trick's not ready yet.
You got tricked.
And then...
Okay. This is a fantasy I have.
Right.
Some tweeted out this week that nobody even liked, and that's okay. I don't need people's validation to know I have a good idea. Imagine you pass away, and in the afterlife, there's this like badass universal promotion called Afterlife Pro Wrestling. Yeah, Afterlife Pro Wrestling. And all the legends that have passed on are there putting on like 7-star matches and never getting injured, and there's like 8 world titles.
Let's go.
Dude,
that sounds amazing.
That's the dream. That's where
that's a pitch for a universe mode or something.
I'm hoping that's just where I end up when all this is said and done. Edge chases Christian, and Christian steals a car. More than likely took a road trip of reflection again. That's what my guess is here. He's on his second road trip of reflection. He's listening to Conway tweeting in the dark again. Edge challenges him to an I Quit match at Dynamite in Toronto. It's a pretty big deal.
It is.
I Quit matches are no things to sneeze at. So, Will Ospreay tells Bryan Danielson all the things we all want to tell him in praise and respect.
Yes.
Also to challenge him to one of the biggest dream matches of all time at AEW Dynasty. And I need to know how we're getting to St. Louis. Debut of the new Elite goes well to no surprise, though it was just Okada wrestling.
Basically.
Yeah, I like that. Eddie Kingston comes out and gets the smoke after. Then Penta comes, gets more too. There's more smoke coming to both of them. Then, the man who lives like smoke, who moves like smoke. The teleprompt today has gotten really fucked up. That's what's making everybody laugh back here. The man who moves like smoke comes and returns. We get the return of Pac. That's where this is going, guys. This Pac, he's back. What a fucked up note. We got one more match. Did you know that?
I know.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Scaredy cat. Turn it off.
Oh,
Turn it off.
No.
Oh, Moss.
Oh, no. Dude. Why would you do this?
Who wrote the fucking Pac note? This is probably my favorite episode recording. And can't say it's my favorite episode because we're only 50 seconds in. I can't say that's my favorite episode. It's my favorite episode recording because we're recording on the night of 3/16. It's my favorite holiday. I got a Stone Cold DVD in on the background today.
Give me a hell yeah.
Dylan's got a Stone Cold belt somewhere around the vicinity.
No.
You should have brought it. It's the 3/16 episode. Now you guys won't hear this till Monday, 3/18, of course. Happy 3/18 to you, but over here in this time, in this realm, it's 3/16. So go ahead and jump in a little bit of extra here. A little bit extra. And you can read about it or you can just listen to us right now.
Yeah, you call yourself the final boss. You're not a final boss. You're not even a mid-boss. You're a tutorial boss. Call you the stepping stone.
Okay, this is revolutionary, and this is why we need to be doing shit like this in 2024, because we got to think of new ideas. Why don't we have the same ladder match with all 4 titles hanging, but have it to where you can have 2 separate winners, one for the SmackDown, one for the Raw? That would be crazy.
See, I think that's what they're going to do.
No way.
I could have sworn they said all titles will be up there, but I don't know. I don't really remember.
If that is the finish, like the New Catch Republic gets the SmackDown ones, and then
DIY.
Thank you. See, this is why I hired you, because you don't say bad stuff.
I don't think bad. Look.
And you like Swerve as our champion, right?
I do.
Thank God. I'd have to fire you.
You know what? I'm not going to tell you who else I think should win the tag titles, but you know, and you're probably going to get pissed off like everyone else. But they deserve one more moment before they retire. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, it's pretty deadly. I'm watching them.
Yes, boy.
Amen. Is he done? Don't do it, Steve. He's gonna slow motion walk into the distance.
Let's go.
Dude, he's gonna cowboy cruise into the sunset.
I love this.
We're gonna have some fun for a second, guys, because this is fun. I have alternate tag team names for the whole tournament. You ready for these tag title names or these tag team names?
Oh God, here we go.
AEW Tag Title Tournament Bracket. Here we go. I'm gonna run through the whole thing. We have the Not So Young Anymore Bucks.
Okay.
The Privacy Party. Big Billy Starks. Bottom Flight. Fuck the Revival.
Okay, that's a good one.
ROH Tag Champions The Kingdom. The Infants Tree.
The Infants Tree.
The Worst Friends. The House of Pink. The Con Dallas Family. And 2 wild cards. 2 wild cards that I kind of have names for teams that we don't know yet, but there's 2 wild cards in this tournament, guys. I just said
Is it going to be Shelton Benjamin?
Dude, Shelty B. Let's go.
Okay.
I got in some arguments about Shelton Benjamin not needing to be in AEW. I'm like, he doesn't need to be there, but I want him there, so fuck off.
That's fair.
Oh, hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Danielson comes back out later on to cut a hot promo to build towards the match at Dynasty against Will Ospreay. Edge comes to get us all hyped up for him to fight Christian for the 100th time, and it works.
It does work.
And it works. We finally get the confirmation of what was in the box, and it was, as foreseen, a weapon named Spike.
It's a she, according to Edge. I fucked it up. You're welcome.
It's a she, or I mean, who are we to decide the gender of a weapon, though? You know, who is he? Maybe I'm with Christian on this one now. I don't know. So we're gonna end on a fun note here too. This is fun for us, and that's a little.
Completely skip over SmackDown?
Did I?
I believe you did.
There was no SmackDown? Oh my gosh! I wonder why we're getting done so early. I'm just laughing at the fact that we were about to end, and now we're back in SmackDown, and I'm not even mad at it. I'm enjoying it. I don't want to go home. I want to do SmackDown. And this is the energy I feel like you should have. Not you specifically. It doesn't mean talking to you specifically. I mean like just you as a fan. Everybody as a fan. This is the energy you should have for this whole thing with The Rock and the build up to WrestleMania. Like, if you still aren't enjoying this build up and the treat we get of having The Rock do this kind of stuff again, then taking it way too seriously. And like that's something I feel like
I can kind of think that.
Yeah, it's got to be avoidable at that front, because you can play into the kayfabe, but this isn't real life, folks. And like The Rock is doing some really funny shit. I'm rooting for Cody Rhodes, but I'm enjoying every step of the way. And that's why when it comes to also shit that like doesn't matter, like when you forget that you didn't do SmackDown, who cares? Just enjoy it anyway. That's the best energy to bring. I was hoping Britt Baker would come and interrupt her, because CEO versus DMD is a 3-letter battle I need.
We have a big, I call it the big Hispanic hullabaloo, whatever, something.
The Hispanic hullabaloo.
Basically,
Okay.
you're going to have LWO versus Legado.
This is a little bit longer of a video so we can see some suplexes. Some nice belly to bellies, man. Oh, let's get another one in. God. Another one. Another one. Give me 2 people at the same damn time. Oh my God. Together. That's all you need to know. Thing is, Bruno Sammartino. That's my only argument still. Bruno Sammartino. And that's the only outstanding, lasting argument. Other than Bruno Sammartino, a little bit of bias there being Italian, but other than Bruno Sammartino, Roman Reigns is the greatest champion in WWE history. Boom, on the record.
Here's the problem. We're this close because with The Rock in the bloodline.
In the butt line. Let me show a tweet from yesterday. I don't know if you saw this or not.
I probably did, but God, so much goes on Twitter, I forget.
I sent a picture of the WrestleMania 40 card, right? I said, the fact they keep telling me this is the greatest WrestleMania of all time. Have you seen 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 30, 31, 33, 34, 35, or 38? Don't get me started about greatest, brother. Do not. You guys are confused, I know, because you can't see the spots, but we're talking about Shelton Benjamin jumping off of ladders. You can pretty much get the visuals from that point forward. It's like I can't even find the WWE Speed page.
Do they have a WWE Speed page?
I would hope that they would. If not, you're doing some shit branding. And who's their branding officer? Oh, yeah. I can't make this shit up, people. I can't make this shit up.
Don't you have the WrestleMania card?
Yep, I tweeted it out aggressively.
Yeah, so this is
shit.
official right here. So, I mean, it is happening.
Cool. That's what I see. There you go. This is what I had as of like yesterday morning.
Yeah, so you need to add that to it.
Does that make it better than 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25,
No.
26, 30, 31, 33, 34, 35, or 38? I nailed that every time.
You do, somehow.
It's because all those WrestleManias I'm that passionate about.
Hell yeah.
It's still real to me, damn it. I need to get that clip. I need season 3 when we come around to season 3. Sound bites. We're doing sound bites.
Hell yeah.
It's still
Before we move on, I do want to say, someone
it.
had a really funny post that I just happened to share.
Acknowledge it.
So, at Wegthorn on Twitter, because someone said that Kevin Owens says he asks Shawn Michaels every year to face him at WrestleMania. So Wegthorn says, now I'm just imagining every year Kevin showing up at the PC and HBK being like, Hi, Kevin. Hi, Sean. You know why I'm here. Go ahead, Kevin. Will you wrestle me at WrestleMania? I'm sorry, I can't. Okay, see you next year. See you next year, Kevin. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Backdrop onto the apron. Let's go.
Some say it's the hardest part of the ring.
Some say. Not me. I don't say that. But some say.
It's like all that's ever said anytime that spot gets it.
But I didn't know who he was, and I'm not too particular on Logan Paul based on the fact that he owes a lot of people money, and he filmed a dead guy. That's just my whole thing personally. But going forward on the wrestling part, I did not believe truly in this moment that Prime logo thing was real. I thought this was a work. I thought this was something that was just going to be a part of a storyline. The more this seems legit to me, I still don't want to believe it, but the more this seems legit to me, the more I'm like, what the fuck are they thinking? If you're going to put something in the middle of the ring, at least make it look nice. This looks ugly as hell. Continue on. Hey, yeah, I told you guys this is going to be a good one. But like the Prime bottle, really? Okay. Randy Orton, guys. Randy Orton. The voices in my head. I'm ready to go. Tag team wrestling is the best. Everybody loves tag team wrestling. Let's go. It was a decent match, though. Let's give it credit where credit is due. It was a decent match. I'm not a Karrion Kross fan, but his real name, fully pronounced, if you don't recall, we said it in season 1, but his full name, all the way pronounced, is Karrion Adam Cole Cooked Me Kross. So just a little reminder for you to keep in mind when you're going to your next live event. That is how you pronounce his name fully. If you want to seem smart, if you want to be a smart mark, call him that. Karrion Adam Cole Cooked Me Kross. I almost fucked it up. I won't fuck his name up like most people do, though. I'll say it every time correctly. Karrion Adam Cole Cooked Me Kross. So, I don't care if you wear an ECW shirt to your Philly street fight and try to pander to us nostalgic extremists. You have the charisma of a stick of moldy cheese, and the only thing you're consistent at is overdoing it. I'm sick of the shtick. I'm sick of the shit. Be better or be banished back into irrelevancy in which you came from, because I can't fucking do this anymore. Acknowledge them, man. Throw the ones up. Throw the twos up if you feel like maybe one is just not enough. Aw, shit. Let's go. I'm gonna show you how it's done. Cody Rhodes. I'm Cody Rhodes. My name is Cody Rhodes. My name is Cody Rhodes. Yeah, that's my name. I'm Cody Rhodes. I'm Cody Rhodes. My dad is Dusty Rhodes. My name is Cody Rhodes, and that's my name. Cody. I'm Cody Rhodes. That's my name. My dad is Dusty Rhodes. I'm Cody. Cody Rhodes. I'm Cody Rhodes. Yeah, that's my name. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. My dad is Dusty Rhodes. Yeah, Cody's my name. Cody Rhodes. That's my name. My dad is Dusty Rhodes. I'm Cody Rhodes. Alright, I'm done. I'm done, guys. I'm done. My bad. That was hilarious. That was fucking funny as hell. I'm sorry. Let me get a sip of water. Y'all enjoy the rest of this. I'm done. I'm out. Voice cracking and shit. I'm Cody. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Yeet. You're gonna yeet through the ropes. You heard it heating up. This is yeeting up. Yeet up. Eat up, everybody. Oh, you hungry? Well, let's eat. He didn't yeet through the ropes. That was anticlimactic. Oh, yeet him up. Damn, don't yeet his shirt off. Hey, that's not your property to give away, sir. Oh, grody. And then he still gave it away with boogers on it. The fucking contamination scare. He wants to send us back to COVID era, where he's wrestling in front of nobody, I guess. What the fuck? What the yeet is going on here, guys? Yeet up. He's yeeting up. He almost yeeted him. He almost yeeted him right there. To yeet or not to yeet. Choked out, loped out, blowing hella smoke out. Let's go, Becky Lynch.
Did you get to meet Jamie Hayter by chance?
No, I didn't, but Jeff did. Jeff
Damn, fucking
did.
Jeff. He said,
I
I'm
was
gonna
like, at this
sign this
point,
bitch in blood.
yeah, I was like, bruh, yeah, Swerve was gonna get that belt. At that moment right there, yeah, put the belt on Swerve.
I'm saying. I talked about it this past week as far as like when the Mogul Embassy thing started, I thought it was so stupid. And a lot of people did. He made
Yeah,
believers out of every single person. He didn't give a
yeah,
fuck. And now we're all like,
yeah, yeah. It's just like, how's this gonna work? It's I didn't say like I did not like it, but it was just like, wait a minute, hold on, they got something because like with Prince Nana as the manager, they have Swerve with them. It's like, let them cook. And then
they could.
months later, we're just all of us just freaking just swerving and stuff. That's like, dog, it's getting over like crazy.
Dude, they didn't just cook. They like Guy Fieri, Gordon Ramsay, fucking, they Rachel Raid that shit.
Yeah,
They made a 5-course meal.
yeah, and that shit was just that shit was mm, just cinema. That shit
Yeah.
right there.
So now we're at the best point. The whole reason we're gathered here today, we're gonna go over this card so far, card,
Okay. The super
and
card, super hard,
dude, it's
super
one of
hard of hard.
my favorite parts of WrestleMania weekend is ROH trying to go harder than the WrestleMania card, and sometimes they do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do it.
Yeah, dude, yes. Because, like, no, it's like, this is like the appetizer. This is definitely the
Yeah,
appetizer of the WrestleMania weekend. But the thing is, like, dude, this appetizer is going to turn to a dinner.
yeah. I think you hit it right on the money there. Athena made, like you said, made ROH this past year and a half, I feel like. Plus, it's time for her to go to AEW and run that division.
Yeah, man, she got to go for the AEW World Championship or the TBS.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, man, look, if Athena comes after the TBS, dog, can you imagine Athena versus Mercedes?
Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, Athena can go after the Continental Crown, the TNT. She can go after whatever belt she wants. She's that much of a
Yeah,
badass. She
yeah,
could answer the Cope Open.
right. Who, right? The
You
Cope
get Edge
Open
versus
challenge,
Athena.
bruh.
Edge versus Athena. That's gonna hit.
That's gonna like feed families.
Feed families. When Adam Cole left NXT, though, it got hard. It got hard for
Yeah,
NXT when Adam Cole left.
you're out. Yeah, when Al Cole left, it was just like, yeah, it's like, dog, it's fried. Like,
It's fried.
it's
Shocked
fucking
the system
fried.
too much.
Yeah. Oh God. Like,
From a
because of March
podcaster's
Madness.
perspective, this is like the craziest weekend of my life. I've got like 5 different things planned, and I'm just rolling.
Fun fact, I haven't worn this shirt since the last time I saw you guys in person. I'm wearing my Final Battle shirt.
Could have worn my
Last time I wore it was that when we took that picture. I was telling Mike yesterday with the women's TV title, as you guys know, I've watched it get unveiled there in the Colwell Center that night, and now I've seen the culmination up to the finals. I just didn't expect to see Billy Starks cheating to win it.
Yeah, I am.
You won't even know the emotions we were going through over here.
I just want to say, show of hands. Who is happy that she won the title?
I was happy.
I wanted Aminata. I wanted Aminata
to win. But it's how she did it that I was like, damn it, she worked me. So I guess she deserved the title. She worked me.
I'm not gonna lie.
She
deserves it. She deserves I'm not happy about it, but she deserves it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she worked the mess out of me. I was like, yo, I didn't really see the hit, but I heard her scream. I was like,
bro, I saw that hit.
Her scream, her emotion just brought us like really, really fucking hard.
Bro, my wife literally started tearing up, bro, and was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it." She got worked so bad that she was upset that she got worked.
Yeah.
She even went on the comment section of her saying, like, "I'm glad you're okay, but you worked. You got me crying over here in my house." And I was like, "Dang it, that's so good, though." That's what I'm saying. That right there is. That the fact that you worked everyone in the crowd and then people at home, the fact that it touched my wife, it was making me even scared and emotional. Like I was thinking, please, not again. I don't want a Dante Martin situation.
Yeah.
Like I was like, that's what I was thinking though. Honestly, dead ass. Thought that I was like, not again, please, not again. Oh. And this is the neck. This ain't a leg, this is a neck, and this is a girl starting her, not even starting her career, but still in the prime, still climbing up. And I was like, not like this, no, please, no. But then again,
I'll admit, she sold the fuck out of it, but I'll admit, and I feel proud about this, I didn't get worked for a second. I knew from the moment she started, she was faking it. I knew.
That right there, that spot right there was just it sold us.
Hey, bro, those are the moments that makes me really happy, even as a fan, where I'm like, that's a beautiful moment. Giving the flowers.
Get you a little teary-eyed.
Yeah, man. There's nothing wrong with that. I love that.
That was really emotional right there.
I love that, man. Love every bit of that.
Amen. That's real wrestling.
Real raps. Real raps. Because they respect the business.
Another funny thing during that match that I was doing that I forgot about, I was sitting there and I was just making bullshit out of Queen Aminata's name. Like at one point I said Swan Taminata, and it was just fucking hilarious the shit I was coming up with.
What a Swan Taminata.
Statements you want to make before I end the episode?
Tell you.
Any plugs you need to make?
No, man. Subscribe to your channel. Let's keep this up, man. I enjoyed this. If y'all want to, for whatever reason, want to hang out with a regular guy, I guess, on IG, or talk to a guy on IG. That sounds so weird saying that. I was like, y'all two are content creators. I'm like, just your average blue-collar worker likes to watch his wrestling.
I'm Jeff.
Man, okay, I'm going to put this out here. Okay. I'm finally saying it on the record.
Yeah.
I think we have the best intro in all of wrestling podcasts.
Oh, you putting that out there?
Yeah, I think we have the best intro of all time. I never want to change it. There's times where I'm like, do I change it to something else? A new season, new look, new sound? I never can. The intro's solid.
I think the fact that they are pushing this as a new era is kind of the tone setter.
Yeah, it's a new era. It's an undisputed era.
Can we go back to being undisputed era?
I wish.
For the love of God.
The match on this DVD that we're watching, the opening match on our DVD screen, Caprice Coleman versus Adam Cole. I'm calling it the Adam Coleman match.
Let's go.
The Rock confirms he said what I think he said. I knew what he had said when he said, "I'm gonna make you bleed, bitch."
We all kind of knew that.
Said, "I'm gonna beat your whole family. I'm in front of your mom and dog." Okay. He then proceeded to show videos of small children crying after watching him beat the fuck out of Cody Rhodes the week prior.
Why do you have to do this?
Uncle Rock, as he calls himself. tells the children that a man's got to do what a man's got to do, and that there's moments when people are talking shit that shouldn't be talking shit, and we should beat that punk ass down. I'm quoting indirectly and directly in this here.
I imagine him now getting his own, like, 30-minute kid show, and like, all right, kids, Uncle Rock says, go beat that candy ass.
Do you feel the mana? Do you feel the mana here?
I know you're not big on Spears, but Gacy versus Spears is on the pre-shows. So.
That's what I was like, dude. I love all kinds of spears. Bobby Lashley spear, a fucking Braun Breaker's spear, Roman Reigns spear, Edge's spear. There's a lot of really good spears. You said that, and I was like, I love that move. We see Coach Gable go full fucking coach mode, and it gets emotional.
The way they describe it on the kickoff show, they had the kickoff show on Friday, was Rocky 4. It's parallel to Rocky 4, the whole Sami Zayn, Gunther, Chad Gable thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I felt while watching that.
Type of wrestling segments I love, man. Passionate training montages. Get the blood pumping in my veins.
Oh, yeah.
Gets the juices flowing and going. Nothing like a good passionate training montage. Cousin hugs, weight belt whips, more punk chants. The segment had everything except for Dean Ambrose, Goldust, and the Boogeyman in it.
This is all a ruse. Like a
ruse. I'm cheating. Plus, WWE doesn't actually care about that shit. They don't actually care about the brand split.
They don't.
It's like they'll do it. They'll care about it.
Unless they do.
Yeah, and then like
this is 3 months. Era.
3 months after caring about it, we go straight back to
That's fair.
Again, they did the brand split a few years back, and they said we're going back to brand exclusive pay-per-views, and I thought that was awesome. It felt weird again having to wait for like a Raw pay-per-view, having to wait for a SmackDown pay-per-view, but it only lasted like 3 or 4 months before we said, all right, never mind, Great Balls of Fire. I think that was a Raw one. I still argue NXT needs to bring that one back. NXT Great Balls of Fire. Any closing statements before we stand and deliver this episode to the public? You ever heard of CM Punk?
No, never heard of that guy in my life. This is a
insulting
common theme among pretty much all people on Twitter. They like to take a sentence and stretch it as far as they can.
Where's it going? I lost it. It's too far away for me to see.
So much time to take notes and watch the show with my family that I can't live tweet, guys.
Man, I don't know how I do it. I don't
I don't know how we go from here with Lyra specifically, because I mean, obviously Tatum got involved. I guess you continue the story with Lyra and Tatum.
Even then, like, Roxanne made her tap.
She did.
There was no confusion about the finish.
I'm starting to think, because I think back to the segment they had the NXT before.
Do the whole thing, and he's like, yep, I'm part of this now. Anthony Ogogo.
He still goes here.
He does.
He still Ogogo's here.
Randy Orton just wins stuff, so it makes sense.
I'm thinking big picture here, which SummerSlam in Cleveland.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Get off of it.
Yeah.
Get out of town.
So I'm thinking, do we A, have Logan Paul keep that belt all the way till then, or B, have Logan Paul lose the belt and then challenge Cody Rhodes?
When did Cody Rhodes get the belt? Oh, okay.
The world champion. The Universal Championship.
I'm living in a world where he doesn't get any world title opportunities because he hasn't done shit to get the world title opportunities, but have a bottle of fucking liquid. You know, Samantha Irvin quickly becoming in the conversation for greatest ring announcer of all time, and I'll stand by that statement. I'll take that statement to the bank. It'd be a little easier if I had my co-host Dylan with me here today, but that's not a knock. He would be here if he could be here. It's a Monday morning. He's off doing his teaching gig. He's got a gig teaching. He talks about it sometimes. So teachers got to teach, but we got to talk about some wrestling. Let me get this camera set up. Here I am. You see me now. You don't see me now. As you can see, excuse me, very clearly here, filling in for Dylan today is Cardblade. I had to have some sort of company. So, Cardblade, good to go? He's good to go. He's ready. Guns up. The Yeet movement is awry. we're all yeeting all over the place. I mean, in retrospect, looking at the Slammies, I don't really care at that point anymore who's not winning awards as much as I care about why are the Slammies sucking so bad. First one being Female Superstar of the Year. Nominees being Bailey, Becky, Bianca, Io Sky, and the obvious winner, Rhea Ripley. I just really like saying all those B names in concession like that, so let's run that back one time, and I'm gonna add Belair in there just to really maximize it. Okay, you ready? Bailey, Becky, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and the obvious winner, Rhea Ripley. What kind of fucking co-host is it? Dylan, please come back. Dylan, come back to Wrestling in the Middle. I know it's Monday and you're teaching, but Cardblade can't do a damn fucking thing. It's not worth a fuck. I'm not paying you for this, by the way. Wasn't expecting a new AJ Styles theme. That's something we got that I didn't expect. Not sure how I feel about it exactly, but let's just keep moving on with our lives and not letting shit like that affect us. Also, why do I feel like AJ Styles keeps coming out dressing more and more like Batman each time we see him? Each time we see him, he gets a little bit more like Batman. I mean, this specifically has to be the greatest moment in pro wrestling history. And I stand by that one, man. When he handed that WWE title to his mom, and he's at that final moment, he finally did what he said he was going to do. When he took that WWE title, he said, and she held on to it, I said, that is the greatest moment in pro wrestling history. And if nothing on this show today went correctly, that had to, because I can't stress that enough, and I can sit here and contemplate what my favorite match is, who my favorite superstar is, who my favorite pro wrestler is. I can sit here and try to contemplate, what the greatest WrestleMania moment of all time is, but this trumps all of that for me, just for the fact of, he said he was going to do something impossible and he fucking did it. And him handing his mom that title belt that she should have been handed decades ago by her husband, Dusty Rhodes. The American Dream, it doesn't get better than that. That story needs to be told. And that story, like I said, I will tell my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids and my great-great-grandkids and my great-great-great-great-grandkids and tell every motherfucker that will listen about Cody finishing the story. It's the most beautiful moment in wrestling history. So, Cardblade, you're fired. You're going back on the wall. Now that you're here, I've got to ask, how do you feel about me calling 80% of WrestleMania?
I
called a lot
pretty much spot on. I mean, you're normally spot on, I feel like. It's me with my wild predictions that kind of...
Bananas.
Hey, I guess I'm right. As we'll see.
Dude, you're bananas. Somehow we even evolve into The Rock asking if he could hold Cody's belt.
Which apparently a lot of people have said on Twitter that this is a callback to 2013 when The Rock had the WWE Championship.
Interesting.
And Cody Rhodes comes out and he's like, I want to take a look at that, the title that for the next 13 years won't be synonymous with The Rock. It'll be synonymous with Cody Rhodes. Well, it took some time, but...
That's 11 years of foreshadowing. Holy shit.
I guess we're here now.
11 years in the making. I mean, this shit was 40 years in the making. From the day WrestleMania was invented in 85, Cody Rhodes was going to win that belt.
Dang. This guy...
This goes back before Dusty Rhodes even held that title up.
Whoa,
It actually doesn't. That's the start of the story, my bad.
I was about to say, hold on, wait a minute.
Alright, so I woke up to what Michael Cole described as a 15-knuckle shuffle and a triple AA, which mathematically would be 6 A's. That's better. That's better.
I love that that Drew and Punk are just going to continue to butt heads.
You just made the list. You didn't make the list. I wasn't. I'm sorry. I just like to do that. That's just a gimmick that I like. I thought Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens was the best thing on television back then. You had to be there, man. Okay, we'll get to NXT time in just 1 second, but Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho better than you, baby. It's dude. Those are the bromances of wrestling that I can't shut up about to this day. I hope she beats her ass. I hope she beats her ass.
This ends with Lola getting the win over Natty eventually.
Only note about Lola Vice's ass you'll hear me make in this, so is that I hope Natty beats it. That's the only Lola Vice ass note I made. Next is Daddy ass. Yeah, that's right. I did that. Yeah, I'm owning this shit now. Smack.
He's fine.
You know that's not how I finish my story, though. No,
Hell
sir.
yeah.
I powerbomb people through stuff sometimes, and when I do that, it gets messy.
Boom. Oh, he's fine. He's fine.
I'm finna put him through that fire over there, too. This is an Inferno match.
Let's go. That's what we need back in 2K25.
Bring the Inferno match back, period. I want to see one at Extreme Rules this year. Yeah, now we're set. Now we're really cooking with some grease.
Or gas, depending.
No, I cook with grease only. Look at him moving that thing.
Steps on it, thinks that's going to keep it there. He looks over, he's like, kick it out.
It's alright though. This is fucking hilarious. What? Well,
what the fuck?
He got physically beat up, sure, but verbally he was bruised up, beaten, bloody, battered, all the B words that are associated with getting demolished. From a live fan perspective, oh my good grandma's cookies, was it? It was the best live experience I've ever had at a wrestling show.
Kick his fucking ass, Shibata!
I love my girlfriend so much. I love her so much. How fucking awesome. First time I ever got to see him. That's my birthday, bro. Again, I'll flex it every time I have the opportunity to flex it. Me and Will Ospreay share a birthday. That's my birthday, bro. Whether you like to yeet yes or yeah, doesn't matter. When you like to do it, you like to do it, and you love to do it. FTR, top guys, in Season 2, starting from the Royal Rumble. Season 2, the Road to WrestleMania season, very much so was about Cody Rhodes finishing the story. Hold that belt up. Beautiful moment. So much so was about Cody Rhodes finishing the story, right? And then as much as it was about Cody Rhodes finishing the story, it had became about Swerve Strickland becoming the first black AEW World Champion. His story, just as much as Cody's, was covered this season. They were very much the focal points of our whole season. Season 2's whole focal points had been around these two guys. And so, yeah, we made it in the Road to WrestleMania season. We made it all the way up to WrestleMania and Cody finishing the story in the greatest moment in pro wrestling history, him handing his mom that belt. It was awesome to cover that, but I knew like that wasn't done because that wasn't the only story we were covering this season. It really did culminate into Swerve Strickland is going to go and win the AEW World title. I'm going to go get to be there live and witness that historical moment in person. And can't say it enough. Gratitude is all I feel for that moment. I am grateful. I'm honored. It was a privilege. That's why I'm going to say it now, man. There's been talks. You know, Season 3 probably is going to take a back burner. We're not going to do Season 3. No, Season 3 is going on. The SummerSlam season still going on. But it's going to look a little differently. The SummerSlam season is going to be a lot more laid back. So you heard it here first. Official announcement, actually. Season 3 of Wrestling in the Middle, SummerSlam season. It is coming. It's going to look a little differently. You'll see what I mean whenever we get there. After Backlash.